Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our Global TV Deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge.
God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and four. Make up what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day they can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man show one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might go and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. him and show us good, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Stibbidim day. We in Global TV say certain kind of friend we no keep, and some informer friend we lovely. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV. Check it.
Monkey, parrot, a tiger cub on the loose. What else possibly is taken into our country on a regular basis? That leads to ask the question, how safe are our borders? Just the other day, a whole container of frozen chicken swim past them. Tiger cub get out of them hand today. How safe really are our borders? To my community party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this evening. I will be telling the Prime Minister where he can stock some of the cameras. You know, the cameras where he say we will soon have cameras till we don't know what to do with them. I'll tell you where to stock some of them, Prime Minister. If you stick around, I'll tell you where you can stock some of those cameras. Beat and teach. Good evening and welcome, Debbie Jervis TV. Good evening, good evening. Thank you all for joining us. Sharon Bernard, good evening. Good evening and welcome. Who else is here? Gloria Morris, good evening. Good evening. Who is that? Ladybug, good evening and welcome. Good evening. I'm just scrolling through my chat. Althea Johnson, good evening. Good evening. Who else is here? Janet McIntosh, Barbara Simpson, Christine Gilbert, Yvonne Johnson. Good evening, good evening. Who else is here? Monica Wills, Nora Harris. Good evening, good evening. Willie Don, good evening. Beverly, Pamela Okola, Sophia Hall. Canadian Gal, good evening. Paulette Lewis, good evening. Colleen, good evening. Kate M, good evening. Who is on the TikTok? Good evening and welcome. Thank you all for joining us. Colleen, Stacy, and Levy. Viscount, good evening. Lovan, good evening. Vernica, is it Vernica? Darrell, Ryan, Raymond, good evening, everyone. Good evening and welcome. Rosie D, good evening, good evening. A tiger cub is on the loose right in my very neck of the woods in Black River and its local surroundings. And I will read the article quickly for you, make you hear what it is. And it begs to ask the question, how safe are our borders and what is really coming into our country? How often rather does situation like this would occur undetected by the security forces? And is the militarization of Wholeness and his about 6 new Coast Guard vessels, or what are they? Yes, they have intercepted the boat, but the Tigers still get out of them and Mm. Them intercepted the boat, but the tiger still get out of their hand. Tiger cub on the loose in Black River. The Jamaica Defense Force is seeking the public help in locating a tiger cub believed to be at large in the wider Black River area of St. Elizabeth. The JDF say the tiger cub was among animals being smuggled into the country aboard a vessel which was interdicted off the south coast of Jamaica on Wednesday. The animal reportedly escaped during processing. The Jamaica Defense Force say the cub resembles a kitten and may appear to be harmless. However, the JDF warns that despite the size and appearance, it is a wild animal, and no attempt should be made to capture or tame it. It can be identified by its reddish orange coat with distinctive black stripe. The Jamaica Defense Force is appealing to the public to be on the lookout for this tiger cub, and if it is seen, call the Jamaica Defense Force at 876-926-8121 and the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The JDF is reminding the public that accepting and keeping animals brought into Jamaica without the proper permit is illegal. In addition to the physical danger posed by these animals, they also carry diseases that poses a threat to human and local animal life, it states. Meanwhile, the Jamaica Defense Force says the vessel was also carrying 4 monkeys, 12 parrots, and a quantity of marijuana. It says it is collaborating with NEPA, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Veterinary Services Division, and other relevant state agencies to locate the tiger cub that was brought into the island illegally. Investigation into the smuggling incident is also ongoing, but we don't hear where possible that vessel was heading from. We only know that them intercepted Panway south course and it had parrot, monkey, tiger, and ganja. What else is coming through our borders that we're possibly not aware of? Could there be a possibility that we have more wild animal as a consequences of these type of smuggling? And is the Jamaica Defense Force really doing their job? Yes, the tiger never passed them a sea, but it passed them a land. Just like, whether the container passed them pan sea and it passed them pan land, same way. Are we really safe in Jamaica is a question we ought to be asking. Are we really safe in Jamaica? Has our government thrown up our sovereignty to those who are the highest bidders? What all those items aboard the vessel have in common? What, they're all animal? Me no know, Kate. Huh? God knows what is coming into our country. Yes, master. But how much more in the country? How much exotic snakes? How much, well, parrot we use. So parrot is not a problem. Monkey, we not have such a problem with monkey. But things like snakes and lions and tigers and them something there. I think we need to be more alert and concerned as citizens, especially those of us who live along the coastline, where we grow up and know, say, the drugs, shipment and then something they used to arrange on a lot of the beaches where we grow up and they may still be doing the same thing, but there are additional things now. And who could be purchasing tiger cub or lion? These things are generally purchased by rich people or people in the upper echelons or people within gangs and gun range will want to have that level of animal security like lion, tiger, the American pit bull, bulldog, and all of them something there. We really don't know what is coming into our country or what is there. You would remember the other day, Carlos there was a call-in on Carlos's program. And this young man he have worked along with the Chinese in the past in the road infrastructure. And he was saying there's a lot of dirty, dodgy things that are going on between these people and the government. I'm not blaming the Chinese that this recent thingy has anything to do with them, but I'm showing you the underhanded activities that operate in and around us where our leaders are heavily involved in. Veteran, Wagwan, welcome back, welcome. Jamrock, Wagwan. Marcia, Raymond, how Evelyn. So, I think these things call for concern. When people cannot just bail in animal by the sea in our country, we have a problem with illegal firearm, which a lot of it came by the sea, just like you see the parrot, the monkey, and the tiger cub come by the sea. You mean you can't sleep? But jet lag normally make people sleep, don't? So all you in a reverse. How is it that you are in reverse? Jet lag normally make people sleep. So maybe you need to go lay down and shut your eye. Yeah? You might need to, and these are not really why you up them time of night, yeah? Because these are certainly not your time of night, veteran. Certain way past your bedtime. Oh, you gotta work. Well, you will catch up back with your sleep tomorrow, though. After tomorrow's work, then you should get back into your sleeping mode for over yonder, yeah. But we will live on the shorelines. We need to start, Michelle Johnson, how you do? We need to start look after our own security because we don't know where coming in and around. We can be invaded at any time because people have power over our shoreline and over with borders and over with what you call the place there, town name, the wharf and them something there. So we really don't know what is coming into our country, because I wouldn't run with the narrative or believe it that this is a one-off and it is a first. That this is a one-off and it is a first. Far from that. The one we get catch, about 10 pass already not get catch. So what the hell is in the country that we are not aware of, Dr. Chang? Because you're Andrew Holness, Dr. Chang, on a responsible for with security. I don't know what's on a responsible, because the Prime Minister told us, I'm gonna make sure when I go to bed and sleep well at night time. Good evening, cousin. Who is this cousin? I'm not used to this TikTok name, so tell me which cousin is this? Casey. Which one of you is this? Which one of you is this, cousin? So, we ought to be more concerned of our shoreline. Oh, Myrna Wagwan. You have so many different names all over the place. Evelyn, cousin, Evelyn, Wagwan. Or are you watching on somebody else's TikTok? Forget say that war yonder. But you hear say one young cub, one young tiger cub up on the loose down a Black River, them, and say it not take him any time to walk rather upon the seaside through the Suman or through the Maros to reach a party. Because I want straight road. A one straight road. Odilin, good evening. Is it King Lucky? One straight road. So, me don't know what kind of careless handling that uno intercept the boat at sea, and when uno come in and a process the tiger, uno must say right down in name or a search if he have flea ears or if he have ticks and then belly or then something there, but he managed to get away. Just like the other day, sorry, a whole container of frozen chicken, which would have been floating for days before it got to Hellshire, a Hellshire Port Henderson, whichever one over the beach name, round camp. Get ashore with all them frozen chicken while the Coast Guard people them tell we say they were getting ready to deploy. But before them get to deploy, the container swing round them, dock a Hellshire, and before the police get to the container, the public get to the container. And that the JDF man come tell we, remember? These are the people who are responsible for our security. These are the people who are responsible for our borders. But then again, if Dr. Chang is barely awake, if Dr. Chang is bringing in 200 AK-47s, then I mean 4 monkeys, a dozen parrots, and a tiger cub is not all that bad, Dr. Chang, is it? Given what you would bring into the country, Dr. Chang, like 200 AK-47s, then a dozen parrot, 4 monkeys, and a tiger cub isn't that bad. But, Dr. Chang, we still need to know what is coming into our country. We still need to know if we are safe. And if you, Dr. Chang, can continue the portfolio of protecting our security, as well as the Prime Minister, who is responsible for us at sea, while Dr. Chang is responsible for us at land, isn't it? But then again, if we don't mash up even the Jamaica Labour Party, how we expect if do anything good or beneficial to us. Look at the state of the party that the Prime Minister wants to give him a third term. But let us look into something that Kevin says, because Kevin has admitted to a lawsuit. You remember the story the other day. Max Romeo, how you doing? You remember the story of that 12-year-old boy who was arrested by the scamming police them because he refused to hand over his password for the police to get in his phone. Kevin Blake said that's illegal. We knew that. We knew that's a violation of the Constitution, your constitutional right. But Kevin Blake has admitted it was illegal. Therefore, Kevin Blake has admitted to a lawsuit, isn't it? And what I would advise the government to do, in particular to this 12-year-old, is not drag the thing out, causing the taxpayers more money in legal fee and all that. Settle the case, because we don't know say we still turn around and go pay for these for a lengthy legal battle if it does get to that. So while the commissioner is admitting that that is illegal, given his age also, then I think we ought to settle the lawsuit. But the part I went talk about the car, I don't understand car other than no say it's a car. So anything you talk about car or gun, the done says you're going to find me is there. So you know, going to understand what this mean. I don't to understand what this mean about the car lighting and ticketing. I don't understand it. I don't know what they are talking about. That's the issue with me. I don't know what it is about the car they are talking about. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get it in there. Sorry. I don't know. I don't understand the galangin about the car where I talk about. So I just have put this information. Police pause ticket for daylight running light. I'm literally confused by that. I don't know what that means. Maybe somebody in the comment can explain it for me in English. It's part of the Road Traffic Act. But what does the daytime running light means? That is where I am confused. I really don't know what that means.
So communicated regarding the ticketing of running lights. If you look at the strict literature of the law itself, it allows certain things to happen, except the fact that these are lights that came with the vehicle and not necessarily placed on the vehicle. And so there's a little gray area there. And so what we have done, we have sent out communication to our members to desist from doing that. Desist from doing that is something that we need to look at in the legislation itself. But for the time being, we have instructed our members not to continue that practice. It's unfair to the motorists.
Right, that I really don't understand. Something on the car flicking like a Christmas light. Okay. Oh, and that is a part of the makeup of the car, isn't it? It's not extra trimmings where somebody would have put on their car, is it? Let me go to the other part now where he admitted to the lawsuit given based on a question that was asked by a journalist. Because if you admit it was illegal and your officers did it, then that's a lawsuit.
A lot of incidents that we're seeing playing out on social media where citizens are complaining, let me use the word complain, of police officers compelling them to give up the password for their cell phones. We've also seen instances where citizens are ticketed for the daylight running lights on the cars, as well as the fog lamps. Can you indicate, sir, the legality of, well, I'm going to say the legality, but the basis on which a police officer would, for example, demand a citizen's passcode to their phone, the legal basis, and the basis on which a citizen is ticketed for a daylight running light on their vehicle?
Commissioner Comfort, don't come forward, but I want the question of ask for the password.
That's wrong.
It's wrong, but something
Okay,
that
thanks,
police
Kathy.
have an interest to do, because scamming is what is causing our problem.
Yes.
Liver.
Right. Good question. Thank you for those questions, because they give me the opportunity to speak on them. Let me first say there's a process. There's a process, and the process certainly is not coercing someone on that scene to give up their password. There's a process, and it is a court order has to be made.
Why he used the word coercion? Because they often do that at the threat of you being arrested if you don't comply with them. So is a threat for you to comply. That's how the coercion comes in.
To be made, and so it is not right. It's not legal. Let me just say that clear. And we have since communicated to our members when that came to our attention that has been a practice.
It is illegal. It is not legal. The police are doing it. And what I would advise the government to do is, if a lawsuit comes in relation to this young man, settle it. Don't draw the public purse into a lawsuit that that damages are going to be awarded against you in the end. So the money where you would then take, pay Delroy, Chuck, or Derek McCoy to go and fight a case against this young man, then pay compensation to the young man and move on, and make sure your police officers, when them are come a road, they understand the law. Because I have been saying this for quite some time, and this does not just go for Jamaican police. Police in general do not understand the law. Majority of them, or the greater majority of them, rely on the power only given to them. And most of the time what they do is abuse the power rather than applying the law. And this is not just a Jamaica problem, it's anywhere you go. Police really don't know the law. They apply the law based on the powers given to them, even though the powers given to them is given through law. But that power which they exercise a lot of the time out there is the authority they feel from the uniform and the rest of paraphernalia they have around them. It's basically how they apply the law, but not really as to what the letter of the law is, because half the time they don't understand it. Half the time they really don't understand it. And that's why the whole issue of reasonable suspicion is a very contentious area, because reasonable suspicion, at one time it was subjective, what the ordinary general person would think. Now it has become subjective, but it's based on other malarkeys around it, like your behavior or maybe other intelligence linked to it. But it's a really contentious area. So that's why you find when police approach you, a lot of the time they do not have a reasonable suspicion. So they will just either make it up or they go along, or they will ask you for your name, documents, or what, which they really don't have the right to just come up and ask you for your name, your document, your driver's, this and that, without the reasonable suspicion being explained. So half of them, police globally, they really have no understanding of the law. Them just enforce the law based on the power given to them. But I can't answer that fool, yeah. I can't answer this fool. What the fool say now? Coming into the read the whole article, I just read the piece apart with Gleaner right up front there. So see what the fool said. The fool said, Jamaica can expect a flood of surveillance camera. Finish read, Wayne. Wait till you're done read, then you quarrel. Read it out first, then you go back over and you start quarrel. So, the idiot says, Jamaica can expect a flood of surveillance cameras as the government ramp up its technology-driven approach to crime fighting. Responding to repeated public questions about the Jamaica Eye program and failure of the Jamaica Constabulary Force to deploy body-worn camera, unplanned operation, Holness said, you know the fool, said that not only are cameras being installed, but the scale and sophistication, says the bullshitter, of the rolled out will be unprecedented. What a load of bullshit. I mean, you could paint a whole village with the bullshit that this prime minister speaks. It was just before Christmas, was it not, that Minister Blinaga came and told us, hey, hoopsie daisy, galangin happened down at Santa Cruz there, so. And it showed up the whole nation that Jamaica Eye across the country barely ain't working. Them just there feel look safe, but them hand over them face and them not see a thing. Prime Minister, you see the whole heap of promising and promising and promising. You see the whole heap of groundbreaking Prime Minister till we almost is going to end up in subsidence because every move we move, you break ground under our foot. So we know we soon fall in something, Prime Minister. 9 years of flickering and fluttering. And you never see the need for do anything with a fool with. No benefit with you, know. Fool with. 9 years. And now weeks before election, Prime Minister. You just had the ground under our foot, so you just a roll out project here, project there. You get a project, you get a project, you all get a project. Where were you for the last 9 years? Why are you so busy now? Why are you so promising? I just where the Lindsay woman where they can't tell the whole heap of bullshit. When asked about the JCF position and camera, the Obiaman and the bullfrog and the padlock lock her mouth instantly. And then you now come out and come tell me, on soon a camera till you don't know what to do with them. All right, Prime Minister. You say, after you use and the one them what we not going to know what to do with, we want you to tick them up 1-1 over the place them where your thief with money. All of the extra camera them, we want you to tick them up 1-1 over all of the place them where you walk and hold on upon the public purse, Prime Minister Constituency Development Fund, the finance ministry where you are run in the name of favor, the National Housing Trust, all of them money the Prime Minister, where you always a take up and a walk off with, take up one camera over them money there. So then Prime Minister, we will know who walk and thief with money there. Are you say, you know? Are you say, we soon have camera till we don't know what to do with them. So me I tell you what to do with the leftover one them. After you walk and you tick up around the country, stick up some more money them there. And that's our biggest problem with your finger. We want to see where your finger go. We want to see when your finger them and move Andrew Holness. So tick up camera over with money. Because all of a sudden, you can walk and do everything for we. And for the last 9 years, you have not looked west at us. And you just walk and you just break grown so. Blacker, how are you? You just walk and you just break grown. If we don't mind, we tap, we fall in. Project after project after project. Where were you for the last 9 years? And still, you do all of this. Me sure say you're very disappointed and discouraged, you know. Because you save up all of the project. But what you weren't aware of, Prime Minister, 99 days for the thief, and one for the watchman. Because to say, you sit down and you plan the Oprah project and you say, oopsie daisy, 6 months before election, I just have to unleash them pan them. So I just have to go project after project after project, break grown after grown after grown. You didn't know God and time was planning to tackle you in the name of your party, Prime Minister. Because your party have really got you on the back foot. You can't talk, you can't walk, you can't put a chain around your neck, you can't walk and you can't ring a church bell. An incumbent government, confident of a third term, but is rather silent in the middle of an election campaign, has nobody to have his back in the middle of an election campaign. No, Andrew Holness, talk truth, Andrew. Your party now listen to you, they not talk to you, they not support you. Your party love you more than all the country love your Andrew Holness, because the younger people them still like you in Jamaica is the one them who them head the halfway up your study wear end, Prime Minister. Them will have their head out. They are uncomfortable with the way you have run the party and the country. What a disgrace. Look at how it has all fallen apart. Look at how it has all fallen apart. But we have Judiciary and Teachers' Day today in Jamaica. It's for the first time Judiciary Day was celebrated in our country. Let's look at the pomp and pageantry of the celebrated. Well, hold on there, who said this? Monica, he would, but then you're gonna, no shame, so we do it. But given how it turned out for him, at Florida, when he go beg diaspora and for beg Jamaica at home, say, vote for Andrew Femino because Andrew had do good within the economy. What economy, Prime Minister? What economy are you talking about? Are you going to continue to walk to election with that bullshit when I serve nothing? This is your problem, Andrew Holness. 9 wasted years and nothing to show out of it. Nothing. Because I've often heard Cliff says it. I heard Chopper John say it. No other government since independence can go to the poll on their track record. Previous governments, they allege, tend to go to the polls on promises. What they are saying is Andrew Holness can go to the polls on his record. I am waiting patiently. And don't come talk about the road. Don't come talk about the road. And don't come talk about the bullshit of social housing. Some fuckery that the Prime Minister conjured up for thief public money. Don't come talk about them bullshit there. Because what the Prime Minister is doing is not social housing. It's just not. So we're not going to go down that road. And we're not going to go about road where the Prime Minister fixed because it's what we elect him to do. I'm talking about what has Andrew Holness, as a leader of the nation, implemented, particularly a social project, a social institution, a social body that will help poor people to get on the upward mobility scale. What is it? Say it if you know it. What is it that the Prime Minister has done that will outlive Andrew Holness? That's all I want to know, say. Because you all are saying this Prime Minister can campaign on his record. I hope it's not about social housing nor about roads. Because he has fallen short on social housing. It is not done. It is not social housing as how it ought to be done. So don't talk about that. Don't really come with that. Don't talk about the road either. And Vaz won't call them carpet or whatever. Don't talk about those because any leader we elect, Labour or PNP at any time, those are the necessities that we elect them to take care of. So we now go accept, come here, Rhoda come out last year and Rhoda list some of Rhoda's achievement that Rhoda lists. Rhoda says she give out educational and healthcare grant. I mean, taxpayers' money, Rhoda Moy Crawford, is a political achievement for you. Spending the budget we, the taxpayer, gave you out of our pocket, Rhoda Moy Crawford. Are you list them as achievement, a political achievement, you know? And you say you give 9 house to 9 family out of taxpayer money. You list that as achievement. Thanks, Colleen. Thanks, Kathy. Uno list that as achievement. You know how hard we have to work for promotion in our job? Promotion is not just do. Where you getting promotion in our job is not just do. Where you're required to do under your contract. Is the above and beyond things that you do sometime that elevate you. What has the Prime Minister done socially? What is the Prime Minister's upward mobility project that will outlive Andrew Holness? I've been asking this bloody question for weeks. And you all are saying this Prime Minister can perform, can go to the polls on his record. Then if the Prime Minister has such, won't I wait for outline if because to say, and a same thing where people can thief from him, he has already implemented them. He has already done them. Remind us, tell us who is not aware, us who were sleeping while they were tiling in the night. Hmm? We want to know. It passed us by. We don't have the information. Help us out, no? Because every day, tell us that Andrew can campaign for new record. What is it? Just like how much a week now, me asking if you spell bread. And no. Me not say about the right spell bread. What is it that Andrew Holness has to campaign on? Andrew Holness don't have nothing to come telling Jamaica Labour Party base. What does Andrew Holness have to tell the country Labour rights? Come on now, make me not talk. Labour rights! Andrew Holness hasn't got anything to tell the base of his party because they're sending out warning to him, whether it be nephew, whether it be Infomedia, or rather be the ones who are throwing stones at each other all across the village. What is the social project implemented by this Prime Minister? Ratcliffe, how you do? Good evening. What is, Kevin Wright, the social project implemented by this Prime Minister that will outlive Andrew Holness? Because road now outlive Andrew Holness. And please don't mention social housing. Andrew took the Michael Manley NHT thing and messed it up. Sima Golden I got try to reroute it back when him get to power. What? Labor rights is Andrew Holness's upward mobility program that he implemented for us. So how is it then Chopper John and Cliff is saying no other government since independent can campaign on their record? What is that record? What is it? Because no claim say that no claim say do already. This government who has declared your roadways a national emergency. So they can come with a mash up, patch up road them. Where road that says she fix 35 road and a patch all of them. Your job description, carrying out your job description, carrying out the roles and responsibility of your job. It's what you were employed to do. It's what you are paid to do. So there's something where we salute and celebrate honor over. You don't see anybody get that in the private sector. So while honor want to be celebrated for thieving, lying, conning, scamming, you name all the bad things that you all can do. I believe the day when Andrew called election in Okati, Andrew got faith that same day there. Andrew probably passed out on that same day when him called the election. But it's all a disgrace already. The fact that the Prime Minister have no spirit in the middle of an election campaign, that says it all. The fact that you don't see Labour out there busy campaigning, that says it all. It look like everybody has said, I don't know if Andrew go switch me or if Andrew go take away my seat. So, I now go run up and down and do nothing too much. Me I go wait and say, me now go push me hand until after I'm nominated. Andrew Holness, Andrew Holness, Andrew Holness, you hear how much time I call your name? Only you can avert this bloodbath that you have set up. What is he talking about? The bloodbath in your party, the Clarendon bloodbath, the Manchester bloodbath Prime Minister, the St. Andrew, I think, North Central bloodbath Prime Minister, the bloodbath in Westmoreland Prime Minister, and there are various other seats that have not been settled yet. But those four that I've mentioned, Prime Minister, have high to very high potential for violence erupting between JLP supporters. All that, Prime Minister, will be through your own doing, your own petulancy, your own hurtful, spiteful feeling, who carried the anger, Prime Minister, and the pain from the face-off between yourself and Audley Shaw. And even when you win, Andrew Holness, you still can't drop the bitterness. You still want to politically prosecute those people, Andrew Holness, who did not support you in the fight against Audley Shaw. This is what you use and mash up the party, you know. By trying to ostracize those who supported Audley Shaw then. And that you use and mash up the party. Where are you going to know? Because the Jamaica Labour Party is out in the cold for 36 years, Prime Minister. Because we have got to design a special crane to lift it up from over the cliff. The way how you make it drop over there. There have to be a special crane to lift up back the Jamaica Labour Party. So what you are doing to the Jamaica Labour Party now, Andrew Holness, 36 years before you get back in our power. 36 years it will take Andrew Holness when you finish destroying the Jamaica Labour Party, because never have I seen a party going into an election so divisive. Never. Never have I seen an incumbent party unable to fill positioning. Positioning, especially Andrew Holness. This is what shows you your failure. Because, Ntose, if you've got that overwhelming majority, quote unquote, in 2020, and you see the need to chop change these people who brought you a 49-seat majority. It shows your failure as the leader, that you have not led as a chief executive of the country. You have not led the corporation well, Prime Minister, because there were loads of middle managers below you who were failing miserably. And if your middle manager's prime minister has failed, that failure automatically transfer up to the chief executive or the financial officer. Hmm? Because they are up the top there to make sure things run well all the way down. So if their middle managers are failing and they did not recognize that their middle managers are failing right until when it come to the end of the financial year, what we do all are we submitting them, because at this so you reach now, Andrew. You reach the part where you have to submit your tax return and all of them something they know you don't have accountant, you can't find your receipt them, your bank statement them burn up, draw them away, and all of them something there. This is how you have led the party and the country. Because you, Prime Minister, if you were a chief executive, you could not run a country like this and not be given the boot years ago. If you were running a corporation, Prime Minister, within the private sector, you would have been given the boot years ago. Because the first thing, Prime Minister, you do not have the credibility or the integrity to be at the top of the corporation. Thiefing man. Sorry for we. Because when they say thief, yeah, done with we. God help us. And my hope is for the people of Jamaica to wake up. Because it's only an awakened population will protect us from demons like Andrew Holness and all those clans and cronies that attach to him. Andrew Holness is the most destructive and divisive leader Jamaica has ever had. Dunce as the Siaga him did be. Andrew proved saying Dunce. You see, just like a Siaga, everything for Siaga was, Mr. Speaker, fundamentally, Mr. Speaker, fundamentally. Yes, Mr. Siaga, we heard you. But do you have anything more that you want to say, Mr. Speaker? Fundamentally, Mr. Speaker, fundamentally. And if you listen to Andrew Holness, everything Andrew Holness, good economic management. If you ask Andrew, how is the weather today, Prime Minister? Because of the good economic management, the sun is at its most brilliant peak it could have been today. So in time you see the labor right them get out of one word, just like the Dunsatons in the chat, they would just tell you, say, your bad man or your SYM. Them don't know anything barring such a foot. So I don't know, so when labor right get out a word or a phrase, that them are run with till next never. The hardship, disgrace, disrespect, discrimination, dishonesty is Andrew legacy and will go down in history. I want to write a chapter in that book. I want to write a chapter in that book because I tell you, if history do not write distorted of Andrew Holness, he could likely to go down as the Hitler of the Caribbean. You can't say that because Hitler gassed people. Andrew Holness gassed us as well, didn't he? You remember Andrew Holness opened up the country in the middle of pandemic. It was him killing us off, didn't he? How PNP is bright and PNP always mash up the country. Excellent. I don't even know what your name be. Excellent vibe or whatever you are. When Mark Golden come in a power, I will hold Mark Golden to account. All right? Have you ever heard Anvaz speak? When Mark Golden come to power, I will hold Mark Golden to account. Until then, I, the anchor of Global TV, will hold the current Prime Minister to account. He's the one who's making the decisions. He's the one who's stealing. He is the one who is lying. That's the one I would want to hold to account. No white. That's not slave, you know. That's sleeve. You actually spell sleeve rather than slave. No white slave master can run the country. The president of the Senate, the son of the president who wants a safe seat from another white man. Let me not go down that road with the common dunce. Because when you know people dunce is when you cannot deal with the reality of life and then you just go off to the color, the race, the look, the this, the that. No, we don't do the ad hominem over here, because when we call Andrew Holness a thief, the Prime Minister really is a thief. When we call the Prime Minister a liar, the Prime Minister really is a liar. When we say the Prime Minister is corrupt, the Prime Minister is the most corrupt we've ever had. So those are not ad hominem attacks. It's just the reality that you don't like to hear. Thank you, Kathy. It is just the reality that you don't like to hear. But I'm going to come to Bellevue, come visit all on who have problem with Mark Golden color. Maybe you all, rather than having problem with Mark Golden color, you all need to get back in the plantation. And you all need to get back into farming. No, I'm not sending you back to slavery. I'm sending you to farming, to develop agriculture that your government has gone some ways to destruct in this country to protect their import license. So maybe you actually need to go on the plantation, but I don't want you to go there and pick cotton though. I want you to plant melons. I want you to plant yams and bananas and dashins and onions and pumpkins and melons and all that. Because some people, they're walking amongst us, but they're still in master house, cooking master's food, spreading master's bed. You know, Abraham Traore called you all the salon slaves. Those of you who cannot think independently, those of you who can only speak what the pastors and the politicians tell you, the two bunch of fucking liars and thieves, politicians and pastors. I'm sorry for the labor rights, you know, because I think your delusion has gone way too far now. And if the Jamaica Labour Party is going to continue going on about Mark Golden's color and the slave master, they say, do you know that the money you borrow from the from the World Bank and from the IMF, those are money from slavery? You know the money you got from the US to buy and sell batty in Jamaica. Do you actually know that's blood money? Do you actually know that the US is borrowing money to coerce you? So while we not have problem with Mark Golden color, I beg you please to have problem with the Batty money, problem with the money from the IMF, problem with the money from the World Bank, problem with the money from the European Union, problem with money from Britain, the sordid dragon and harlot of this planet. Why don't you have a problem with it? Why a source of Mark Golden alone in this world white? Tam Tavares, the Vases, the Samudas, the Disses, the Henrys, the Shaws, the Chucks, the Changs, you name them. Every day Mark Golden color. And up until now, none still cannot tell me about Andrew Holness upward mobility. Yes, I know Mark Golden is white. Yes, I know he has a British heritage. Yes, the British heritage and multi-British families linked to this slave trade. It is a fact. Yes, we know that. What I'm asking, what is Andrew Holness's social mobility program? Because if we don't have thus a problem with Mark Golden, then this current prime minister would have to do something to protect we from the slave master. What is it? Labor rights. Labor rights! What is it? Multinational dunce. Because I said, they set on us, so you know. They set on us. For just dunce just so. It's not like Funo dunceness have any little cushion into it. Funo dunceness just rough round the edge. Just rough so.
Oh, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
Labor rights. Sometimes I understand say uno disappointed and no shame. For see how uno run up back at Andrew and uno push uno head way up and where end. And if uno could have get to push further, uno would have really go further. Me know so no shame. Me know so no embarrassed and no disappointed. But B-U-T but or but U-T-E, uno don't have to come in a crowd can look like an extra fool. The fact that you all are labor rights, the fact that you all are labor rights, uno come out of the mouth fool already. You know that little story we had when we were going to school. I put you in the fridge hot and I take you out hot. What is it? Pepper. The fact that you're all on labor rights, uno fool already, uno dunce, uno backwards. What you all shouldn't do though is come out here in the defense of the indefenseless prime minister, making a mammoth fools of your all selves. Wanna go to the morning after election? Can you all answer that for me? Because some of we which are all on the back from going over the bridge or into the river, some of us will literally don't care and say, "Cho, no really matter. Wanna go to the morning there? That me want to find out. Maybe yourself I go weak for Andrew Holness the morning there. Because the wrath of the Jamaica Labour Party would come chucking right down on this Prime Minister. This so beloved Andrew Holness, who the whole of them gather for trace way and cuss way every day. These are the very same people will turn on Andrew Holness like a dying, like lion, like hyenas attacking a dying lion. Thank you all very much for being here tonight on the Global Television Group. Lovely to have your support. Colleen Richards, your phone in your pocket and just a type away, so a type away, so it just a type away a go on, so. Can you imagine Gigas that morning? Listen, him, if me see me go over the bridge, me just wipe like a Vaseline on them foot bottom. That means that him go have, even if him decide for nobody jump, him likely to fall off of the bridge because me rub Vaseline on them foot bottom. Vegas, Chopper John, Dujan, Munchi, Kizidan, and what the shit pit one name? Goody. Them 6 there. Me we donate the Vaseline and the rope for them 6 there. If they climb up and then decide say they nah bother me and make sure their foot greasy. You understand? Me make sure them lot there, them foot bottom greasy. But it will be a catastrophe on that morning. What will be comical about it, they will immediately, and this will only last for 48 hours. That bit of it won't go longer than 48 hours, where they're going to go into a mental shock and says how Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell, because Dayton Campbell is a commissioner at the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell stole the election. That argument, though, won't last longer than 48 hours. Anyway, me I got my bed, me I tired. Me will soon tomorrow. And the rest of this week into next week, I'm going to still be doing program, but they will be zigzaggy, because I'm still doing my family duties. You know, the Birmingham funeral did have me into zigzag. And then my sister is going off to Jamaica for the Jamaica funeral. And I have to be staying with the students that she holds. So I have family commitment to fulfill. So there will be a bit of ziggy-zaggy, but I will still be doing shows though. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you all for your support. If you're new to the program, please give us a follow. So when we go live, you do get our notification. Thanks to everyone for being here tonight. Good night from the Global Television Group.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rob and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. him and show one stone, and let's bring a body feeling to all wicked men. Take him and show one stone, and let's bring a body feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta. I sell a house, I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You must go and stone, and then bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, you must go and stone, and then bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let him hear. What the prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, bring him and show one stone, and he bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black, bring him and show one stone, and he bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.